I've seen you in some big situations just with an acoustic guitar, maybe a piano player, turning it upside down. And you have it, you can always bring it. So, that's got to give you confidence just to know you can take it to the table at any level. And
I get more confident about people telling me that I'm doing a good job than I am about doing the job. You know what I mean? That's when I want to crawl in a hole, That's weird, but I mean.
To be challenged. You'd rather be challenged than patted on the head.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of, I guess it's I don't know what that is in me that, that's
well, isn't that something that's great about live performing is doesn't an audience challenge you that way?
Yeah, they really do. It's, I mean, there's nothing like feeding off that energy and the challenge that they present of just going out there and taking this crowd who's standing there looking at you like you're I mean,
yeah,
and trying to take them to a place every 5 minutes, a different place, and it is a challenge, and that's something that really working on this year is trying to develop that live show, because where we are, and we've had two hits really is what you could call it, and then we go to these places and we have to play 2 hours a lot of times, and what do we do for the other 90 minutes?
What do you do?
Well, we just make stuff up. That's the thing is like I whenever I would go see you and Ronnie play Brooks and Dunn, everything, I mean, it looked like it was so well put together, and that's one thing that I do want to talk to you about later on. I would like to get some advice on those. I played bars forever. That's not a thing. Playing covers and stuff like that growing up, that's fine. But whenever putting together your own show with only a couple songs that people know, that's a challenge, and trying to hold them that long. And that's where we are this year. Is how do we keep them entertained that long with nothing?
But don't you have that sense of, I mean, as long as you've been doing it, and I've seen you play, you're good at it. You have that sense of, I know for me, it was looking at a set list before I walked on stage, and you know what's going to work.
Yeah.
And then you got some that you go, I hope this works.
Yeah.
And then occasionally I would look out at the crowd and I would just draw a line through that one. It's like, I ain't doing that today.
That every night. I do that. My band is always, on their toes, because what you see is not necessarily what's fixing to happen on that set list.
Yeah.
That's part of playing like you have forever playing clubs, and you can't pre-program these things. And like when you see a crowd and they're not doing, if they're not working at this, it's instinctual after a while. You kind of know what's not going to happen, but at the same time, I can't act like I'm the best at it. I mean, it's just we all throw a dinger out there every now and then,
It's the joy, honestly, of where you're at right now, because where you're going is a place where your lights are all pre-programmed, and you may have big screens behind you that are also all programmed and whatever, and you can't really shoot from the hip, or you got people out there looking at computers going, now what?